Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. Welcome to Speak On It. 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 Welcome to Speak. 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 Who You With Kurt Dog.
Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. I'm him. Who You With Kurt Dog. Want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Y'all know what night it is. It's Thursday night. Miss Risky is in the house. Miss Risky, how you doing?
I'm well, fighting the tryptophan from that turkey I ate.
I didn't do turkey this year. Well, I take that back. I didn't do the traditional turkey this year.
Right.
Um, I did some jerk turkey wings, jerk turkey wings. I made some seafood dressing, some greens. I kept it simple,
Right.
but I messed up.
Oh Lord, what you do?
So I started off. I was gonna make some sweet potatoes. Then for some reason I said, you know what? I might well do some pies.
hmm
Now this in the middle of baking these sweet potatoes. So I'm like, okay, I might well do some pies. So I baked the potatoes, let them cool off overnight. And I got up this morning, I'm putting the potatoes together, and I'm like, how many potatoes should I use? So I had 6 of them. So I said, okay.
And they're probably humongoid potatoes.
Majority of it was. So I actually put all 6 in there. So I mixed it up. I only had 2 pie shells.
Right.
So I said, okay. I cooked the pie. Well, once I filled the pies, I was like, man, I have all this mix up here. I need to go and get about 4 more pie shells. So I ended up dropping off some pies today, leaving them at the porch. But
Yeah, I've done that before because my first time making sweet potato pie, and I have the two, deep dish pie crust because they came two in one. And so I'm making it, and I was like, this deep dish, like I need like two more dishes with all the mix that I made. But like you could get away with like two potatoes and be fine. Yeah, but anything more than two, especially if they're over a pound, you're gonna have a lot of mix.
yeah, it was a lot. So I actually did a drive by my mom, dropped one off to her, and J Mo dropped one off to him and his family. I think his wife kind of got pissed at me. You know me, I love the joke. So no, but that's my girl, Miss Mullen. Um, Me Nelly on Twitch. Yes, we do read chats. As long as you are telling the truth, we do read them. Tonight's show is a special show. What we're doing tonight We want to hear about your Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? Um, Miss Risky, what you thankful for?
Well, during this pandemic, I'm thankful that I still have a job. Um, I'm thankful that my family, they haven't really been affected by COVID. And so we're healthy and doing, we keep on trucking.
Hmm,
And so, just so far, just glad to, thankful that my family's doing as well as could be expected.
exactly. Um, I'm getting a lot of feedback. You getting that?
I don't get
Um,
anything.
I don't know what it is.
But no on my computer because it was doing something weird earlier.
Mine's try to update again. As soon as I came on, I'm like, look, this is crazy. But I'm thankful for, um, man, this pandemic have been crazy, and I'm thankful to still be alive. Being able to do the things I love to do, and that's definitely Thursday nights coming on the show with you, and all the other nights we are on, and being able to communicate with
Oops.
people. But most thankful for my family, my mother for always having my back, um, and for raising me to the person I am today. Um, I could go on, but it's not about me tonight. We want to hear from y'all. So, like I said on the post, um, you could call in tonight and actually tell us what you're thankful for. And oh, I see you, Miss Risk.
Yeah, I was logging on to my computer because my phone is not, it's like at 30%. So
Yeah,
I was like, well, let me get off of that. So I'm switching on to the computer and
I had to charge. My phone is on the charger now, and I said I better charge it up in case people started calling and tell us what they thankful for. Also, a lot of people have lost a lot of loved ones during this time, and due to the pandemic, we unable to be with our families um, the way that we would like to be, and that's one thing that Risk and I talked about when we've talked about doing this show. We was like, hey, let's make it for the people. You could call in. I don't know what happened to the number. 972 591 3665 972 591 3665. You could call in and give your expression of Thanksgiving and communicate with us. You can call in and let's talk about it. Let's talk about what you done on Thanksgiving and what you're thankful for. So the lines are open now. You can definitely call in.
And
So
it's funny, like even during this time, there's a lot of traffic out there. So I wonder how many people are here, like staying put, or if any of their plans have changed. I know my grandmother, she already said, listen, I can leave you a plate on the porch. Just call me up, let me know what you want, and I'll just have it on a stool out front.
what's there?
Like, she's like, I ain't taking no chances, I'm old. So,
Call
yeah,
me when you get down the street.
pretty
Make sure
much,
no
right?
ants don't get to it. Uh,
Mhm.
but definitely, and y'all can also live chat with us in the chat. Also during the show, we are live. Thanksgiving night, we are here. We are here for you. So, um, man, it really been a crazy week, and also, um, I've said all week I was dedicating this week to my uncle. Um, Albert Smith that passed away last Friday, and I'm praying for my cousins, his son and daughter, and also his grandkids, um, and the rest of the family because it was a surprise, and it was a shock to all of us. It wasn't expected. So, which um, death can happen at any time. We never know when the day or time it may come, but at some point it will happen. And want to continue to pray for my family and encourage them during this time. Um, so definitely. So matter of fact, you mentioned your grandmother.
Hmm.
Go and give her a shout out. Know her birthday tomorrow.
No, that's my mother's
Oh,
birthday is tomorrow.
your
Yeah,
mother
my
birthday.
mother's birthday is tomorrow.
Mama is a trip. I met her.
Yeah, she'll be working tomorrow, and I told her when you get off, just let me know, and I'll bring you some cobbler and your gifts, and still a plate.
Hey,
So I'll be migrating like a swarm of locusts to each house, and, taking my plate and running.
well, Mama Risky, happy birthday, early birthday. Hopefully you enjoy it, and don't let them work you too hard. I know it's Black Friday, and don't let them get on your last nerve.
You know they will.
They
But
will try. Um, I don't know what that is. That may
what are
be.
you hearing?
I don't know. It might be my computer trying to update, and no, I don't know what that is. I don't hear it now, so
Right.
I don't know. Trump might be
Tapping the
airdropping.
lines. Mhm.
Exactly. I wonder if so. I'm kind of curious about this, and I didn't pay attention to it this week because I've been so tied up. Did Trump pardon the turkey, or was that Mike Flynn that he was pardoned as the turkey?
Think both. Because remember, there were two.
I didn't think about that, but I'm like, hey, um,
Knowing him, he was trying to pardon himself, and they're like, "You can't do that, sir."
exactly. He the
But
only
something came up on an alert news break saying that he will concede if the Electoral College makes it official. And I guess they're going to convene on the 14th of December just to finalize everything. And then he'll be like, "Well, if they say that Biden won, then I guess he's gonna bow out because
and it
basically everything he's doing, he's like, he's not winning. Like they're saying, listen, dude, we counted him like 3 times. You lost. Matter of fact, this time you lost by a lot more."
yeah. Matter of fact, I think I got an alert yesterday that Georgia have started the recount for the
Mhm.
second time, which is crazy. Um, I don't know why they are recounting for the second time.
Who
Um,
knows? I guess I need to know. Like, are they doing this by hand,
yes, by
or are
hand.
they like? And it's like I guess by just human error, because after a certain amount of numbers, you get tired, and I don't know if they're using tick marks. How are they keeping up with all of the, you know what I mean? Like, where they just, yeah, this one's for him, goes in this box, this goes for him, and then run it through the ticket counter from Chuck E. Cheese's and counting the ballots that way,
Exactly.
like each stack. Like,
Um,
I would like to know the exact process, but
exactly.
it's interesting. But while they're sitting around doing nothing, more and more people are just out and the year's almost over.
Yep.
And
And
no stimulus, but they want to make sure, like, I don't know what they have to agree on. It's like, at the end of the day, help the people. Forget the corporations, forget your organizations, forget all that, those multi-billion dollar whatevers. Help the people.
well, I think with Trump keep doing these recounts, and somebody have to pay for that. Now I know Wisconsin has said it will cost about 7.8 million to do a recount there, and that's what they was going to charge Trump campaign. Now if
Yeah,
Georgia is doing all these recount, I wonder if Trump is flipping that bill, because he should be.
he
but
should.
but then again,
He
I
get
mentioned
dropped off, and again, I don't know. Like, don't go into my stash.
his
Somebody
getaway
call
fund.
me. Yeah.
His getaway fund. Welcome to the show, Radio Chaos. Said happy Thanksgiving to you both.
Hey,
I
radio.
appreciate it. Um, Now I'm gonna say it to you, but I know it's not Thanksgiving for y'all because you're in Canada.
Yeah, I think
So
it's in October, isn't it? Like they celebrate Thanksgiving in October
we talked
or
about it
some
last
form of
night.
it. I can't remember.
I thought he said it may
I,
have been December or something.
December. I thought it was in October.
Radio, exactly when is y'all
Yeah,
Thanksgiving?
because
I
I know we deal like with payroll. We deal with a lot of different countries. In Canada's, we have employees in Canada, and there's always some kind of state holiday of some sort.
Mm.
But I can't remember. I know it's something in October, but I don't remember what it was.
Well,
Um,
we mentioned it last night on Ask Kurt Dog Anything. Oh, it is in October. You are
that's what I
right.
thought.
You are
That's,
right. I know he mentioned it last night. For some reason, I thought
yeah,
it was.
that's the only reason I know. He says it sounds like feedback.
That's what T Cal said. Yeah, I keep hearing it. I don't know if
See, and I don't hear anything. I wonder is it coming from me? Because
no,
I was
because
having issues on my thing, but I'm not hearing anyone.
hold on. Let me do it. Testing. Hey, let me see. Because for some reason it came up and it goes in and out from time to time. What about now?
Because
I
to me
don't
it sounds the same.
I don't hear it now, so maybe that's soft. Well, it's kind of sound like a airplane or something landing.
None of that.
Huh?
I hear none of that.
I don't know. It's kind of strange. I just came back here right before we came on, so I'm not sure what it.
He
Okay, T
tells
Cal
us.
said it sound good. If she say it sound good, I'm good. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I hear nothing.
But y'all are listening to uh speak on it with who you with Kurt Dog. This is Thanksgiving night show. You can actually call in tonight and let us know how you are. What are you thankful for? And
Or even
um,
if you just want to talk and what's going on in your life, just let us know. Like, we're here.
hello, Sandra Jeffrey. How you doing tonight? You could definitely call in and be able to tell us what you're thankful for. Or if someone want to actually come on camera, send me a DM. Welcome Carolyn to the show. And Carolyn Callahan, happy Thanksgiving to you. If you actually want to come on the show and be live on the show, send me a DM and I will send you a link that will put you live on the show. I'm but hold on now. Let me put it out there. You come on, you have to be appropriate because you're gonna be seen on all our platforms, and you can't be talking about let me get my hair together, let me get my makeup together.
Let me put a
Mm-mm.
shirt on.
Yeah, yeah, because we had somebody that tried to come on, and I seen them in the background
Uh,
and sent them the link, and I'm looking like,
is that how you going on, bro?
no, I never brought them home. They just stood there. I said, look, that ain't gonna work. So that won't work. But we want to know what you're thankful for tonight. And you can call in, or if you want me to send you a link, I can send you the link, and we can have a conversation. Or if you just want to talk about whatever's on your mind, want to talk about who cook what, and who don't need a cook no more, we could do that too.
Well, I
So,
like to give a shout out to my friend since kindergarten. She put her foot in that turkey. Like it was the most tender, flavorful thing I've ever eaten in my life. And I tried the green bean casserole for the first time. It wasn't bad.
and it didn't have no almond, it didn't have no almonds or no raisin in
It
it.
had
So,
no random stuff in it. It was just
so what's your friend name?
Jennifer. Hey,
Jennifer.
Jennifer. I don't know if she's watching. Her girlfriend may be watching. Hey, Natalie.
Jennifer
She
and
was the
Natalie.
kitchen assistant. So I give
so
an honorable mention to the taster.
so did both of them cook, or was it just one to cook and one was the
Jennifer is the
taste
one that
tester?
cooks.
Okay. And Natalie is the taste tester. I need to try this before you let anybody else taste it. Then
Right.
when it's time to eat, Natalie be full.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it was
that
good.
happened quite a bit. For
And then I made some peach cobbler dumplings that I found a recipe on a few years back on Pinterest. And,
okay,
I don't like cooked fruits, but I love to bake and I like to bake for other people. And I sampled it, it was all right. It's cooked fruit.
mm,
My body rejects cooked fruit. But it
well,
was good and they seemed to like it. So I was like, all right.
mm,
So,
that's a good thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you have to try it out for yourself.
Yeah,
'Cause-
you can't be sending stuff over there that's nasty. Like I know what's nasty, what's not, but it's like it wasn't bad for it had a nice little crispy crust. Each
exactly.
piece was individually wrapped, so you get you get a nice balance of peach and pastry.
Welcome to the show, Sharon Trimble Bird. Watching on Facebook, welcome to the show. You can live chat with us, or you can even call in and tell us what you thankful for. The number is 972-591-3665. 972-591-3665. And or if you don't want to talk about Thanksgiving, talk about whatever is on your mind. So um yeah, you can't. I have a sensitive stomach. You can't eat everybody cooking. I
That's
can't.
true. That is true.
Uh,
I have not had a turkey that was underdone, maybe overdone.
yeah, underdone.
Had that.
That can kill you.
Listen,
So
choke the life out of you
yeah, you
if you
don't
can,
want to
and that's
do
if you can
that.
bite into it.
Um,
Like that skin is kind of. I think I broke my teeth.
now I'm talking about why
Oh,
would
the
I bite
underdone.
into it? I hear this turkey talking about gobble,
Right,
gobble,
it's still speaking.
or mess around and you see blood come out and be like,
Yeah,
oh
it's
no.
like, listen, that's why they have meat thermometers. Like when in doubt, just cook it all day. Add an extra hour.
Exactly.
That's why people
Um,
get up at the crack of dawn. Make sure your bird's thawed out 3 days before. Start throwing
and
that process. Because I
and
think
you
that's
know
what messes up people because they try to cook a frozen bird.
exactly. Yesterday when I went to the store, I seen people buying turkeys yesterday, and I'm looking like, when are y'all cooking this turkey?
Amateurs.
Exactly,
They're probably
because
try- they're probably like from like that Facebook question like or Twitter they asked their parents, "Hey, how long does it take to cook a turkey in the microwave?" Like as a gag. Maybe they actually think you can cook a turkey in a microwave,
well, it's
and then they're like, like thaw it out and then cook it.
mighty funny you said that.
Oh Lord.
I seen a video today. I think it was either on Instagram or TikTok. This young lady put a turkey in the. First of all, at the beginning of the video, she took some light bread and stuffed it in the turkey. Exactly. Then she turned around, put it in a microwave, And next thing you know, you see her eating the turkey, and I'm like, oh Lord, and she need to go get her stomach pumped.
Like that scene from what was it? Um, what was that Flavor of Love? And he had the women cook chicken for him, and one of them, I think her name was Cutie or something like that. She never cooked a day in her life,
Wow.
and she stuffed that sucker with carrots and put it in the microwave for like 5 minutes.
Mm,
And so here she comes preparing it at the table, and his mom, and she's like, "Are you trying to kill us? Like that chicken is raw." Like,
yeah.
how did you even think to bring this forth to the table? Trying to kill everybody.
Yeah. Radio said I saw on the news today of someone burning their house down, deep frying a turkey on the back porch, and
Happens
that
every year.
happened every year. It be several of them that
Oh
happen.
yeah,
It happens to it.
because they
Welcome.
forget when they dip the bird, the oil goes up, and so they need to test it out in a water bucket to see how much it rises. You know, uh, but yeah, you got to test this out, people. Or they do it with a frozen bird,
Exactly.
and then stuff starts flying, and now your house is on fire.
Exactly. Welcome to the show, Big Dad Abel. Watching on Facebook. You can actually live chat with us in the chat room. You can also call in tonight and tell us what you're thankful for. Um, or if you have some horrible story about Thanksgiving, the one that certain people bring food and they only supposed to bring plates and cups. Yeah, we want to hear those stories
Oh,
tonight.
I got a story for you. And
Uh-oh.
this is a potluck at work.
Uh-uh.
And like it was a thing, but it was for the whole company, but it's just for our floor. And so people were assigned different dishes. And so nobody wanted to bring meats or whatever, but the company brought meats. They were like, you know what? We'll bring the meat. We just need sides, desserts, and whatever else. And so most of the people brought store bought things or some made stuff. And I brought a crock pot, made some mac and cheese, even though people went in on me hard.
In a
I was
crock
like,
pot?
listen, I just, again, Pinterest, and like, they're like, why didn't you stick it in an oven? There's no oven at work. I did what I could do. It was a crock pot dish, like a multi cheese macaroni thing. And that's what I made. So, shush, people. I feel your judgment now, Curtis. But anyway, but it went over well. The people liked it. And so, hey, it was gone. That's all I got to say about it. It was gone. People came by and took extra. So this one dish, this girl, she was from Africa. Now she told us in advance what she was going to bring, and we told her, "Don't bring that mess to the potluck. We don't even know what that is." And I was like, "Is this a traditional African dish? From Burundi?" And she's like, "No, but I've eaten it, and I think they'll like it." Don't bring it. And so we went around, we razzed her for a bit. She brought it anyway. So we saw that mess, and I took pictures of it. It was a tuna, corn, and cucumber salad. And yeah, it sounds just the way it looked too. Like I was like, that's not a salad, and those combinations of things do not belong together. Like in tuna fish, there's only a few things you can put in that, and it's regulation. But corn and cucumber, and it was so what. And so I was like, you know what? I'm a trooper because you know what? Before I talk about you, I'm gonna be a strong person. I'm gonna take a bite. I took the small bite. I made sure a little bit of everything was on it, and there was something underneath it. I was like, there's something else in here that doesn't belong in this dish. And I looked at her. I was like, girl, you are fired. The black delegation has spoken. You are fired. I was like, listen, if I find that picture, because I posted it on Facebook and sent it to various people, I will send it to you so you can post it. It was horrendous.
Well, I haven't got past the macaroni and cheese in the crock pot. It's,
Yeah,
it's
it's like
how did you do it?
a crock pot. What do you mean? That's the problem.
Did you boil the pasta in the crock pot, or you boil them and
You
then put them in there?
pre-cook. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know. Actually, you know what? I don't remember. I think the cheese. I don't know. I don't know if I pre-cooked it or if I just threw them in there. I don't remember the recipe, but it was good. It's just regular like mac and cheese that you buy at a craft store. It's just multi cheese. You don't have to bake everything.
Radio City saw someone serve salmon with strawberry. They trying to have an explosion or something going on
I'm gonna see if I can find that picture. Hold on.
because that's a disaster. Salmon and strawberries. That's not good. So the young lady had tuna fish,
Hmm.
corn, and
Hmm.
cucumber. Was the
Yeah, like
tuna?
it was something like I think I tasted cucumber, but I don't think that was in there. It was like a cucumber. No, it was like a tuna, corn, and something salad. And I don't think she told me about the cucumber, and I think that's what I was picking up on. It was something. Let's see if I can find it on my Facebook and
But
show it to you. But it was combinations that should not have ever been together,
so
ever.
was it just tuna by itself, or was it like a tuna salad, a sandwich
It
or
was in
something?
a pan mixed all together.
Wait a minute, was it mixed with Miracle Whip or?
No, I think it was the juice from the tuna.
Mm,
Oh, I found it.
uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
it was tuna, corn, and egg. It was a tuna, corn, and egg salad, but it tasted like it had cucumber in it because that's what I was tasting. I don't know if you can see
Oh
that really
wow.
good. And it's just a watery mess.
But she probably did not drain the tuna.
She didn't drain the corn. She didn't drain the tuna, and then she had the audacity to throw eggs in it. But like I said, there was something like I think it was the cucumber because I was like, "There's something in here that you didn't tell us about that I'm picking up on that also should not be in this dish." That's why. That's what it was. It was so I tasted cucumber, so that was in addition to the corn, egg, and tuna mixture.
Well, certain people do put cucumbers in a tuna fish. I don't. But
Well, I mean, it's like, because just a substitute. Well, cucumber has no taste. It's like celery. Because you
yeah,
put celery, or you could do, like, I'm okay with cucumber. Fine
but
with that. But corn and egg?
but
Can you
she
get a
should
drink?
have she should have drained the corn in the tuna and maybe put some Miracle Whip in there. Now I would
She
not
didn't need
make
to add anything else in that mess. She shouldn't have
well,
even brought it. Like,
it's not a benefit of the doubt. It's not a bad combination if the tuna is done right. Now I would not put corn in tuna. So but with the eggs and the tuna fish and you put
there's a
some
lot
Miracle
of
Whip
things.
in there, that she should have brought some bread and let y'all make some sandwiches.
You can make sandwiches with that sloppy mess.
Well,
That's
she should have
that's
drained
it.
the
Your
juice
fingers
too.
would go right through the bread, trying to bite into it.
My wife
Your
tell me
finger
I'm always
marks.
trying to find the good out of everything. I'm trying to help the young lady out.
Listen, I tried by taking a bite because
Oh,
nobody was going near that mess. And
well,
then she had the nerve to get mad. Like, we told you up front.
no,
You know what's at this company.
she was trying to do some. Was she mad at y'all?
She got mad. She was like nobody's eating. Nobody eat it because nobody. You're not even eating it.
Oh wow. See, that's another thing. That's another thing about potlucks and Thanksgiving. If somebody bring a dish and they don't go toward their dish first, don't do it.
Just
It's not
ridiculous.
good. Something wrong with it. And I'm a very picky eater. I
Right.
do not eat everybody food.
Exactly. Like
And
we know all the people who have cats. We need know all the people who don't wash their hands. We know all those, and we know the dishes beforehand. Who did that? Oh, don't do that one. So and so made that one. Oh,
well,
okay.
a lot of times you could tell by the way the person carry themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear them go to the bathroom, then they
Yeah.
come back out, and you didn't hear no water running or nothing
Just
like
walk
that.
straight out.
They not wiping their hands like they trying to dry them or
Nothing.
anything like that.
Just
No, I'm not
yeah.
eating that.
That's why we
You
got the COVID problems right now.
exactly.
And they talking about the flus. There's not a lot of flu cases. Yeah, because now it's forcing people to wash their nasty hands. Like there was a
Exactly.
lot of nasty people in the world.
Uh,
Like, yeah,
Radio said there's always a mystery dish at a potluck dinner.
yeah,
It is, and unfortunately, I just cannot eat just anybody cooking.
right. Yeah, they started catering after that mess.
And I'm one of those type of people. The first time someone tastes my food, I'm very nervous about it because it may taste good to me. It may taste good to my wife. May taste to other people that have had it. But somebody for the first time, I'd be like, "Oh Lord, let me know your opinion." But hopefully, it tastes. It's up to your taste, buds, and let me know.
Yeah.
But I'm a worst food critic. I think since we've been married in 13 years, it been like a couple of dishes. I tell my wife, look, babe, ooh, I won't be doing this one again.
Mhm.
And try something new, and I'm like, mm-mm.
Yeah,
But
see, and I'm like, I ask you 3,000 questions before the dish is even presented. I was like, first off, I don't like cooked fruit. Secondly, I don't like mushy veggies. Except mashed potatoes, that gets a pass because it's a potato. But yeah, there's a lot of things I don't like. Fruits in my food. Like I need to
yeah,
keep the fruits separate unless it's oatmeal and raisins. And that's it. That's it. And so I have to let you know because my body, like it can be good. They're like, oh, try this. It's got a strawberry glaze sauce on it, and I see the bits of fruit on it. My body's gonna reject it. Hmm.
so radio said, I wonder if anyone ever brought chicken in a can to one of those dinners. Now, last night, radio mentioned to us about the chicken in a can, and we
I think I've
know,
seen a video about that.
well, we know who sell them. Your favorite spot, yeah,
My favorite spot? What's my favorite spot?
Amazon.
Oh, so they sell everything.
Then they sell them for $23.99. Sweet soup chicken in a can. And radio actually mentioned that the chicken have a funny odor to it. It
Because
doesn't
it's in a
smell.
can.
I'm like, a chicken in a can, that just don't go right.
Right.
And
There are certain things that just shouldn't be canned.
I'm
Like,
like,
because sometimes even teas, like if you drink those Arizona teas or whatever, the smell, like I don't know if it's just the tin and the chemicals in the tea that it gives it that weird smell, and then you taste it and it has a weird chemical taste. That's why I don't do, like, I make my own tea. I can't be dealing with all that randomness. But,
exactly.
preservatives do a weird thing to food products.
Y'all are listening to Speak on it with Who You With Kurt Dog. We are live on Thanksgiving night. We want to hear some of the stories that you have. Maybe y'all had a potluck at work this week, and people brought dishes in, and you know who made the best dish and who made the worst dish. If y'all want to call in 972 591 3665. 972-591-3665. Or if you took a chance to go and be with your family, and we know all family members cannot cook. Um, And y'all tell that person every year, just bring plates, cups, and sodas. And sometimes the ones that really can't cook, you'll tell them bring ice, and hopefully they don't mess that up. So we would like to hear stories about those. See, you seeing what
Rattles,
pop up?
yeah, rattlesnake pasta salad.
Nah, I'm
I
good on
need to
that.
Google what that looks like.
Well, I don't do snakes, dead, live, fake, or whatever. I don't do
Listen, if
them.
you cook it right, I'll eat it.
Hmm. If I don't know what it is, I may sample it, but no, I don't do it. Now, radio, have you ever had any bear beef jerky? Because I went to a show last year, and they actually had a bear beef jerky there. It was that aftertaste is what got me. I was like, oh, okay, I tried it.
Because it's probably gamey. Is that what?
Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
because I mean, I like gator meat, but
Oh, I
then
love
I've
gator.
had frog,
Oh, I love
cooked
frog
well,
too.
but then I've had some from each, and I was like, ooh, just a little fishy, little
Well,
gamey.
they probably gave you some bad stuff. Now, what I
Hmm.
don't like about frog legs, whenever I get frog legs, I always get them crispy, well
Yeah,
done.
yeah,
But
that's the first time I've had them, because I thought they were chicken wings. I wasn't paying attention. We were gambling, and they had some at the casino. Got them, and then I picked it up, and that leg said, whoop, and I was like, that's a long leg, and I started doing this, and I was like, oh, it's a frog leg.
but have you ever seen it where and maybe the frog was just fresh.
Hmm.
Um, but I went to places before where after they cook the frog leg,
Hmm.
it's still jumping a little bit.
Yeah, the nerves.
I'm like,
Like that with a lot of amphibious
I'll be
creatures.
like, I'll be like, wait a minute.
But also, it's the salt. Sometimes the salt kind of makes
Yeah.
muscles, tense up.
So I guess it's the season they use because I don't eat a lot of salt on my food. Never been a salt person, but I love some garlic powder. I don't do um a bunch of salt. Um, I will on popcorn. I do salt on that, but if I'm doing pasta, of course I put salt in the water. But putting it directly on my food, I don't do it. Do
See, and
that.
I'm looking at the rattlesnake pasta salad, and and like even though it says rattlesnake pasta, it's chicken. So I don't know if it's the same thing that you're talking about. Because I was like, there's not one dish that actually has snake in it.
Well, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference because once they
Well,
skin
no,
it,
see, right. But I'm just like, I was looking at it, but the recipe, because these are recipes, but
oh,
it's all
okay,
chicken.
no,
And I was like, oh, I was thinking, but I guess, that's just what they call it. Just like saltwater. What is it? Is it saltwater mussels? The
oh,
bull pixicles. What are those?
which ones?
Rocky Mountain
Oh,
oysters.
oh,
And they're not oysters at all. It's not even seafood.
no, you talking about no bull
The bull
nuts?
bones. Yeah.
um,
Actually, I've eaten those. They're not bad. They're good.
I tell you a story. One time, Jay Mull and I went out, um, and they he didn't know he didn't know what it was. He said, "Man, what are these? I don't know. They sound good. Okay." He got them. Now it was my first time trying them too, so I did try them, but it had no flavor, and I'm like,
Where'd you
I
go?
I could. I'm not gonna say the name of the place,
I could tell
unless
you the place I went, and they're shut down because they're. I don't know if they're all shut down,
it may be the same place over there
but
by you.
they scantily clad.
Yeah,
Yeah, they shut them down because they were trying to instead of wearing bikinis or
they
lingerie,
wanted to paint them.
they used body paint,
Yeah,
and they got shut down.
yeah.
Ah,
And what's crazy,
I was like, really?
the one that I used to go to. in Arlington, they would stay packed from the time they open up to the time they close.
Yes.
And I'm
Like I
like,
love their food, like, but you got to catch them on a day where there's a lot more material on those bodies. Like when I first went there, um, it was literally like Daisy Dukes and a little,
yeah,
belly shirts, like Dukes of Hazzard. And
yeah,
so I told my sister, "Oh my gosh, they have the best food. You should come out there." And I'm boasting like I tried just about everything. And so she's real conservative. So we go there and we're like, "Man, there's like no parking. What is going on?" It was packed. And we sit down. It was lingerie day. And every time a waitress would kind of bend over in her direction, she's like she was
yeah,
not having it. I don't even know if she thought her catfish was good or not. She just like we never spoke of it again. And I was like, my
yeah.
bad, but
You
yeah,
sure it was?
yeah, like
I'm gonna leave
I was
that
like,
one
this
alone.
is good, girl.
Uh, um, yeah, I've been there. Well, I used to play poker at the one over there by you
Hmm.
years ago, and my wife and I used to play there. But when I realized they opened one closer, so I met someone there for lunch, and that was so embarrassing.
Hmm.
Because, well, it's not embarrassing because we was at that place, but because the person I was with, the comments he kept making.
Mm,
And I'm like, no, can't do this one. Matter of fact, the guy, I met him there because he's an associate of mine, an ex-associate, and he was looking at coming to work for me as an office manager. And I said, no, can't do that. And at the time, and what really got it, I'm gonna tell you what really stopped him from getting the job, because I told him, I said, look, man, first of all, um, my niece is working in the office too. And he was like, oh, that's cool. Well,
hmm.
if I could do, no, hold on now. We ain't going that route.
Right,
And that was the last time I talked with him, because I would catch a case about my about my family. So
right.
uh you're not finna do that. Radio has ever tried sweetbread? I think I tried it years ago. If it's what I'm thinking you're talking about, is that the I guess it's kind of like the Mexican bread or something. The big bread that's supposed to be sweet. Um, I've tried that type, and
Yeah,
it wasn't my it wasn't good to me. Um, but I see a lot of people eat them. I just don't eat them. I don't.
yeah. With
Um,
the Spanish breads that you're talking about, a lot of them they eat it for breakfast, like with coffee.
yeah.
So
Um, so I'm not sure exactly if that's the same thing he's talking about. I think most of them come out kind of pink or something, hot
hmm.
pink or something. But and he said I never tried bear. I tried the bear beef jerky. I can say I tried it. Um,
I've had an ostrich beef jerky or ostrich jerky.
Now
It was interesting.
I will eat exotic meat. I will do that, but rattlesnake is just one thing I've never been interested in. Um,
Listen again. If you cook it right, I'll eat
Now, if I
it.
don't know what it is,
Oh yeah, I need to know up front what it is, but if it looks good, like what is this? And if they say it's like a dingo, I'll be like a dingo dingo? Like a dingo ate my baby dingo? Then I'll pick at it, smell it, and then I'll try it if it looks good.
okay, Sandra said that's not the same sweetbread. I guess I need to Google it then, because
Well, if
I,
you Google sweetbread, it'll probably pop up a whole bunch of
hmm,
randomness.
yeah, let me,
Like a Portuguese sweetbread or oh, so it's a savory dish. Never heard of such a thing.
yeah, because, oh,
Oh, I see.
No,
Yeah, it says meat, sweetbread meat.
no, uh,
So,
no.
I got a picture of it.
Okay,
I
I see
mean,
it now. No, I ain't never.
like that. I
That's
guess.
how it look cooked, but what I'm looking at,
Well,
it don't look all that good. No, I
I mean,
never.
no, like it looks like a, I don't know what it looks like, like a tofu crusted thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably sample it, but let me see. I don't know what it looks like. What is sweet potato? Let's
I'll
see.
take a picture and send it to you because.
I'm trying to.
Uh,
Oh, I see this. Okay, it looks. Yeah, it's a
okay.
pancreas. It looks like an organ.
Yeah. Sandra
Yeah,
actually said
chill.
it's along the same line as Rocky Mountain oysters. See, we
I
learned.
mean, listen. If it, I mean, it looks edible. I
Yeah.
mean, I'd probably sample it first before I dismiss it. I don't need to see the prep work in anything I eat. That's the thing. I don't. Like,
Oh,
I don't care about the kitchen. As long as I come out healthy and full, I'm good.
I've learned my lesson by actually
Ooh, the
watching
grilled
some.
one looks good. I'd eat that
Oh
all
yeah,
day,
that
every day.
that look good. I could eat that.
Yeah, all day, every day.
Oh, yeah, radio said he's seen it, never had it, but don't want to try it. Uh,
Clearly.
I would try things
Yeah.
like one year for Thanksgiving. Um, this guy that I used to work with, and I've told this story before on the show. He was selling ducks. So, and he was selling them cheap, fresh ducks that he would kill right there and clean them and hand it to you. Well, I go over there after work and I'm like, man, yeah, I want to get a duck from you. So he said, okay, come by the house. Okay, I get there. Um, Now he have all these ducks in this little cage, and he said, "Which one you want?" I said, "It don't make a difference, just any one." He grabbed that duck, and I, I kid you not, that duck look at me and said, "Quack quack quack," quack," and I understand what he said. He was like, "Please don't let him kill me,"
He was
and I'm
like,
like,
give us me free.
I'm like, and the look on that duck face, I said, "Man." Um, so he went ahead and killed the duck. And I took since I wasn't far from uh one of my uncles by marriage, um, I took it to him, Pops. I took it to Pops. I said, "Hey, Pop, here you go." He said, "What's this?" I said, "It's a duck." He said, "You don't want it?" I said, "I did want it until I seen the look on that duck face." I said, "I just can't eat it." He said, "Okay, cool." So he cooked it up, smoked it. I don't know how he did it, but I just couldn't eat it. I was like, no. Um, but I don't
I
mind.
can't befriend the animals that I'm going to feast on.
Exactly.
Don't give it a name. Don't pet it. Again, I don't need to see the prep work.
Yeah. And
Just
and that's
cook it.
why I'm a picky eater when it come down to potluck because people can tell you it's anything. And I would get really upset if I find out you said it was one thing,
Exactly.
then you tell us after we unate it, oh, that was turtle or something, and we finna have an issue.
I actually want to try like that turtle stew or soup. I wouldn't mind trying that.
I actually seen someone. We was all at a lake, and a turtle. Somebody was out there fishing, and they end up catching a turtle. So this person who is from Louisiana, um, they were like, "Oh no, don't throw him back. That's a good turtle." And start trying to find something to break the shell, and I'm like, okay.
Like he was just
Mm,
gonna whip it up right then and there.
I don't know what they was finna do, but I wasn't finna eat none of it. I was like, no. Turtle came straight out of Joe pool. I'm like, no.
He probably had three eyeballs.
I said, no, I'm good. I'm good on that because no, I will try some things. I've had squirrel before.
Never had
Um,
squirrel. But
but
again, you cook it right, I'll eat it.
I had it for the simple fact years ago, probably about 25 years ago. Uh, Somebody who I knew, an associate, uh, they brother came to town from the country, and they had a lot of squirrels up in a tree by their house. So he go outside and he come back. He's like, "Hey, I'm about to cook." She's like, "Where you been?" "I've been outside on the back porch." So he put it in the pot. I broiled it with some. I think he put onions and potatoes in it. I didn't know no better. I didn't know what it was because when he brought it in, it was clean and everything. So I'm
Right.
like, cool. Uh, so after a while, when they get ready, he was like, "Yeah, y'all going and eat into this." So we said, "Okay, taste it." I was like, "All right, that's not bad. What is it?" "Oh, it's squirrel." And she like, "Where'd you get the squirrel from?" "Out that tree in your backyard." I said, "Oh Lord." I said, "No, that's
It's like
not
y'all didn't
good."
see that man go to the nat one grocery store,
Hey,
but he's like, I
that's
got some meat for you though.
that's when I realized he was from deep in the country.
Man, listen, there's food all over the place.
Exactly.
And we're like, there's a famine. Where? Clap!
They ate
With his slingshot.
they ate whatever they caught, and I said,
Listen,
"Yeah."
but no, that reminds me of this what was it, wife swap episode. And this lady, she was, highfalutin, upper echelon, and she ends up going to this family, and they're kind of like shoes and shirt are optional. Like they're barefoot, very country. House is a mess. All right, she
Mm,
didn't want to touch anything. The bed, they're like, all right, you can sleep in this bed. She had to brush leaves off of it, and she didn't want to eat anything. Dishes were kind of not so good, so she didn't eat like that whole time. So meanwhile, they have like these turkeys running around, and I guess one of them got hit by a car, and the dude decides to whip it up. And
Lord have
so he
mercy.
made her a sandwich because she wasn't eating anything. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good. This is the first thing I've eaten, in like 2 days, and I'm just starving." They're like, "Yeah, Clyde, he was a good little bird. He will be missed." And she was like, "Clyde?" And she's like, "Yeah, yeah, because he got hit by a car and he was still warm, so we just decided to whip him up." And the
Yeah,
look on her face, she was just like, "I could kill all of y'all."
yeah,
Like, I don't know what season. It may have been sometime in season one. I've been trying to find that scene on YouTube. Cannot find it because if looks could kill, she would have killed Dad, the childrens, and that other turkey that was just running around that yard. And I was like, so she's eating roadkill basically. You talking about it's still warm?
yeah. So what movie was that?
No, it was wife swap.
Oh
It
wow.
was an episode of wife swap. But that lady hadn't eaten or touched anything in that whole house. She probably hadn't even slept in the 2 days that she was there. And like, I'm thinking, this dude doesn't really have a job. Like, did you see him bring one grocery bag in the house and you eating on a turkey sandwich?
That buzzard.
Like, and he talking about, yeah, Clyde, he will be missed, but he sure is tasty. She's like, but that look from, if y'all remember the movie Carrie, the original, and she had
Uh-huh.
that look before she flipped that card, that's the look that woman had when, like, she had already taken like 3 bites of the sandwich. She was starving, and she was in between spitting it in the man's face and just punching him with the sandwich in her hand and giving all of them a smackdown.
Yeah, that's not good. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
That'll
like,
get you.
you know,
That'll get your butt whooped. Radio said when I was in Bangkok, I saw a lot of interesting food there.
well, they
Miss
have bugs that they eat, that like they eat scorpions and tarantulas and bats, and
Yeah,
if they catch it,
that's why we in a pandemic now. Then also, I'm like this. I love Chinese food, but I would do my version of it during these time. And if it's a new Chinese restaurant, I would only get what I can identify. Um, Shrimp. Uh, Pretty much it.
yeah. Well, I
So,
went to one location. They had just opened up and was like they've taken over Louisville. The Koreans, Indians, they've taken over. And I'm like, cool. I got lots of options. Went to this one place. When I tell you, like the shrimps were big, but I don't think they were as clean as they could have been.
mm,
They were very, I don't even know the taste, if I can describe the taste, but I knew if I ate another one, I'd probably end up in the hospital.
oh
So I did
wow.
not, yeah, I haven't gone back. And they're still in business, so they're doing something.
So
But
is that the grill that is like a buffet?
no,
Okay, okay,
no, this one's something else. It's like at the corner. Like if you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't
okay,
even, there's no reason for you to pass it up.
okay,
Like it's maybe a, like past Walmart. No, it's past Walmart and it's that next little shopping center.
okay. Sandra Trimble Jeffrey said, "Have a good night. Happy Thanksgiving. Same to you, and thank you for tuning in. Once again, y'all can call in tonight and let us know about stories of things you experience on
Yeah, don't be
Thanksgiving,
scared.
even if it was in
Radio, you should come on and get the link so we can chat.
exactly. Because we would like to know. We would like to know and be able to talk about it because we're talking about different experience we have with food, and um, we know everybody cannot cook. It should be against the law for some people to cook because if you can burn some water, you don't need to be in the kitchen.
No, they be the ones that let the water burn out and the pot explode. Like,
Exactly.
oh, I left it on there.
Kind of like um um when I was going to the barber shop, this guy in there, one of the barbers, he got upset. He was telling us the story. You know, in the barbershop, you hear a lot of stories, but this story was funny. He said, "Man, this chick I'm dating, we was gonna have some hot dogs that night, and she talking about she got to thaw out the wieners before she put them on." I'm like, "Thaw them out before she put them in water to boil them?" Yeah. I said, "Okay." She's not a cooker. So that ain't something you have to do. Now, if you're gonna put them on a grill,
Yeah,
maybe, but you can still do them
yeah.
while they're a little frozen. Um,
Uh,
well, it depends on what type of grill you're putting them on. Because a George Foreman grill, they're gonna throw out pretty quick. But other than that,
mm,
to
put a
thaw
little,
them out,
put a little tootie. She didn't know.
yeah, she didn't know to thaw them out
She
to
was
put them
cute
in
though. I'm
water.
sure. I bet she was cute though.
Knowing him, she probably was.
Mm,
Didn't have a lick of brain, but she just had the body. That's probably
mm,
what it was dealing with him. Radio asked, "Do you like spicy food?" Yes.
man, I love spicy food. The
Matter,
spicier, the better.
matter of fact, I did some jerk turkey wings today, and I did them in an air fryer, which was different. I think next time I would do them, I probably would um, do them in the oven or put them on a grill and let them cook like that. The air fryer is good, but of course, you know the air fryer gonna make it crispy. Um, And so it's actually good. And I made like a jerk sauce to go on top of them. Um, I'm not gonna say no name, but somebody was like, I don't want no sauce." I went in there early and I was like, "I need to fix this plate. Where the sauce? Oh, it's gone." And I'm like, "Hey, the sauce must have been pretty good." I made like a barbecue sauce with um, jerk season in it and some other stuff. Can't give out all my secret, but yes, I do eat spicy food. Um, Depends on what it is. I don't like it real spicy where the spice overtake the food. Where the only thing you can taste is just the spice. I don't like that.
Me, I'm hit or miss. It depends. Like, I like for my sinuses to be cleared. A matter of fact, like, if I have sinus issues, my go-to food is like a hot and sour soup with extra pepper sauce, or I'll do like street tacos with the grilled jalapeno, like nice and grilled, and I just bite into it and just feel it all clear me out. So
Mm.
when I'm sick, I'm not the type of person, I can't eat one thing. I'm like street tacos or Chinese food because I can get some soup. That's me. It makes me feel better.
I like the egg drop soup. Um, and occasionally I will make it at home. Egg drop soup or
I
I
had
may
that once, but my body, like, it's good, but my body started to reject it because I was like, no.
yeah. Or I will do I've actually make Chinese food at home every once in a while.
Oh, I do. I do my own pho. That's what I've been eating since the temperature has dropped. My ghetto pho. I used the ramen noodle pack
Okay.
and just put the, garlic paste and hot garlic paste and the veggies and stuff like that. Cook it in the broth that the noodles are cooked in. Get my raw jalapeno uh, and herbs and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so good.
Now, um, the last Chinese food I cooked at home, it was actually beef and broccoli. Um, and served it on a I did not do rice. I did the cauliflower rice. And my wife, she loved to put um pictures of stuff I cook on our group chat. And they like, "Ooh, where y'all get that from?"
And
That's
I need to go back to my WordPress and because I used to do this thing, cooking with Pinterest, where I would
uh-huh.
find a recipe on Pinterest and see if I could duplicate it. I do like this is what the picture shows, and this is my how mine came out, and talk about my experiences making it. And now that I started doing HelloFresh and other stuff, I'm like, I take pictures of it, but I haven't written it. I need to do that because it's real interesting. Like one of the dishes, I was like, I mean, it still came out good, but it was a fail because it made a lot more than I thought because it's just me. So everybody got this pasta dish.
Hmm.
Like when I say everybody in their household could eat, like it made a lot. And I didn't realize it made so much and that the noodles would swell that big because these were the egg noodles. And so I'm like trying to dump it into this baking dish, noodles everywhere. I'm trying to mix it. Stuff is hitting the refrigerator. Like it was a mess because I was like, yeah, next time do half of the recipe. My mama got some, my granny's family got some, my sister got some, and I
Yeah.
still had stuff in the freezer. I was like, yeah, we won't be making that again.
And
But it was an experience. It was fun though.
Chaos said, I'm the same as Miss Risky. The spicier, the better. It depends. Now, I used to do a Caribbean dish. Someone who I know, she used to do this Caribbean dish that had she used ground beef, cabbage, and thyme, um, some tomato sauce, and some other stuff in it. But you served it over a bed of rice. So once I learned how to, oh, the most important part, you also put a habanero pepper in it. So it's pretty spicy. Um, so what I did once I learned how she did it, I put a twist to it and did it my way. And it's good. It's actually good. So I like it, but you better not eat that habanero.
Yeah.
You would never hear the end of it.
And you
Um,
know what's funny, like what you were talking about, like when it's too hot and it just it's just like hot for no reason. There's no flavor. Like I can't do hot where there's no flavor. It's just hot and like abnormally hot.
yeah.
There's this Mexican restaurant that my family used to go to. Their food was great, but their hot sauce
Mm,
was ridiculous. Like it had no flavor. Like you eat a couple of chips with the stuff and your tongue is numb.
yeah.
Like it was just hot for no reason. And we still ate it. And like we came back with like probably blisters. And I'm like, what? It probably had ghost peppers in it. Like we're still eating it. But it's like I don't like stuff like that where it's just, there's no flavor. It's just hot. Like it needs to have some kind of taste to it
Yeah.
besides fire.
That yeah. I and I tell people up front, if you want me to try your food, please. I'm gonna be honest with you. And my honesty sometimes is may not be what you want to hear. Um, because back in the days when I used to DJ, I used to hang out with a certain group of people, and this particular guy owned a restaurant here from Louisiana, and he made gumbo. And he was like, "Man, you need to come out of ready by the restaurant and try this gumbo." I said, "Okay, I'll come out there." Talked about how good it was, and after I tasted, he was like, "What you think?" I said, "Look, uh, I can't do it." He said, "What's wrong?" I said, "It have too much spice in it. Only thing I can taste is the pepper. I cannot taste the sauce. I cannot taste the whatever you put in it. Only thing I can taste is the peppers you put in it. And for that, I would never buy it. I won't do it." Now, if you tone it down a little bit where you could taste all the flavors, yeah, I'm all for it because um, I I used to make gumbo every year for Thanksgiving when we was getting together, and I would do a huge pot, and people would eat it up. So I'm like, cool. Uh, Radio said, "Don't serve stovetop to Curtis to
Mhm.
Kurt." You're right now, Miss
Well, there's nothing
Risky.
wrong with stovetop. I like stovetop
Hold on,
back in the
Miss
day.
Miss Risky had some stovetop today. She said it was very
It
good.
wasn't stovetop. It was like homemade, but it was just a bread dressing and then like a gravy. It was good.
Oh, she
Yeah.
had the upper
It wasn't
class.
like, yeah, it was homemade. It wasn't store bought.
She had the upper class stovetop, but it wasn't dressing. So, and I actually um did a picture of the
It's just
food.
a cornbread dressing with, it didn't have like the giblet gravy. It's just gravy.
Yeah. So I did the jerk chicken and the season that is on the sauce that is on the jerk. I keep saying chicken, but jerk turkey wings. Trying to make sure y'all can see it. Um, I have like the season on top of the wings, but I did some greens.
Uh-huh.
Then the dressing, which I made a crab and lobster um clam chowder dressing with my own twist to it, which it's actually pretty good. Um,
Radio
so it's
trying to get banned.
It depends because what's crazy?
Mhm.
Uh, Gravy from scratch, I don't. It don't ever turn out right. It
You gotta
always,
get your roux started. That's the key. You gotta get your roux first. And people rush the process and it don't come out right.
yeah. When I'm
And then
doing,
they use water to try to, it's like, no, you gotta use broth like a stock.
yeah, when I'm doing homemade gravy, I call it the 60 weight because it be thick. I'll be like, gotta add more
You
water.
put
Then I
no
have a huge.
water. That's the problem. No water. You don't use water
Oh well.
at all. You use a broth.
Oh okay.
Beef broth, chicken broth.
Well, I'm gonna do that because I'm a.
And then only like you don't need that much flour. Like you get your butter or your lard or whatever you use and put the like maybe 2 tablespoons of like flour and melt it and stir it up. And then you pour your broth of some sort in it.
Mm,
White gravy, you use the chicken broth or vegetable broth. And for the brown gravy, you use the beef stock.
mm. Um. Yeah. So I'm a.
The more
I'm.
you know, people, starts with your roux
Yeah. For some
and no
reason.
water. No water should be in anybody's gravy at all.
Um. Yeah. So I'm actually going to uh do that a little bit more. So I I just don't um I love some good gravy, but for some reason uh it's really hard to do. For me it is because it always come out so thick. Now
Yeah.
it'd be good, but we call it 60
Oh, and
weight.
then also, you gotta like once you get it mixed all together, take it off the heat because it's
Mhm.
gonna keep getting thicker the more you cook it.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's where
So
I'm
then you gotta
messing up
take it
at.
off.
That's
But you put your broth in it to loosen it up, but don't put that much flour in it. It does not take that much.
Okay. Radio said I never had a sudden biscuit and gravy. I hear it's really good. I'm yeah. Now I will.
Depends on where you go and how they do the gravy. Because a lot of places they put sausages in their gravy. I hate that because then it's greasy. I hate it. But a nice traditional white gravy on a biscuit, yeah, it's not bad, but it's not something I would crave.
Well, back in the days, I used to eat the biscuit and gravy from a particular place. We're not naming names because
That place? No,
yeah,
I'm just kidding.
uh, yeah. So I used to do a biscuit and gravy, and I loved it for the simple fact they did put the sausage in there. And they biscuits are good. Don't get me wrong, they biscuits are good. And I will be like, okay, you get a good biscuit and some honey or some
Yeah, I don't remember where I was when I had that good biscuit and gravy. I know it wasn't the place that sells the ice cream. Starts with the B.
oh no.
But
Um
but they put sausage in theirs, and I hate that. No.
that's where I'm talking
uh,
about. That's where I'm talking about. They had some okay. I've never had it from them, but uh okay.
that's
Yeah,
what I was thinking you meant.
I haven't had it from them either. So
Huh.
um
Like I don't think I've really had any breakfast foods from that location. Like maybe like the breakfast burrito or something.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it was good because and especially if it was freshly made.
They have the
See,
best pancakes next to IHOP because they're nice and fluffy. Not
they
those watered
did.
down frozen pancakes from McDonald's. Like this is actually made from a Better.
But actually, what they did, they mixed it up in house.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
mixed it up in house. Because remember when I gave the story about me being racial profile with a friend when I was 18 years old, I worked there, so I knew the process of it. Now, when that sausage gravy was first made,
Mhm.
great, because it's not sitting there in that heat, and the longer it sit, the greasy it get.
Mhm.
And if somebody don't stir it up before they put it on no biscuit,
Yeah.
you
And I
might,
think that's the problem I had when I went to that other location I mentioned that
yeah.
starts with a B. Um, it was too greasy, and then it was a lot of sausage bits. I
Oh no.
was like, it was overpowering. It was just like, no.
Now, also with sausage and biscuits, I like it when I eat sausage like that. I love for the sausage to be well done,
Hmm.
because growing up, whenever we had sausage for breakfast, um, it was something about that cast iron skillet and cooking those sausage in it. It get that crisp to them and
Hmm.
be like, man, that's good.
And
So
it's hard to find that nowadays. It's like everything is like there's no crisp to it. But I know what you're talking about because
yeah,
it's like even with like I was telling my friend when she did the turkey and I got a wing and I was like, like even though this is not like the part you eat, I like that jerkiness of the skin and it's like that crisp and I tore that thing up. That's all.
yeah. I almost bought a turkey the other day. I went by the grocery store, not yesterday, but a couple of days ago, and they had whole turkeys marked down to 550 each, big turkeys, and I'm like, 550. I'm like,
Hmm.
but it's too close
Exactly. Like,
to Thanksgiving. I don't have enough time to thaw it out.
and then she just buy a bunch and donate them. Here you go. That'll be your meal for the next
Exactly.
holiday. Keep it in your freezer if you
One
got
of
a deep freezer.
one of our friends actually um they was blessed with a meal, so they asked if anyone wanted a turkey. So we're actually uh giving it to someone. That could be enough food for a while.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Um,
meat on that bird.
exactly. So we're
Like,
doing
dang
that.
the holidays, like just get some turkeys and give it to a family who, especially now, families are struggling.
Exactly. Um, Now tonight is Thanksgiving. You are listening to Speak on it with Who You With Kurt Dog. We are live. We are live. So this is not a pre-recorded show. You can actually call in tonight. Tell us how was your Thanksgiving. Tell us what you're thankful for. And you can also let us know about the potlucks that happen at work, or you hopefully y'all stay safe and social distant during this time. But if you end up going out to family house, and or in the past you gone to family house, and there's always that one person, y'all tell them to bring nothing but plate, cups, and forks, because nobody gonna eat they cooking, or y'all tell them just grab some ice. We want to hear about those stories. Y'all can call us 972-591-3665, 972-591-3665, and we can talk about these. Definitely before we leave, definitely call in and let us know. Um, so radio says, so do most people take Thursday and Friday off for Thanksgiving in the US?
It
Yes.
depends on the job, though.
Yeah, depends on the job, because my wife actually works tomorrow. So but depends on the job.
Like, I would have
Um,
gone in tomorrow, but I was like, I got so many vacation hours. I was like, I'm gonna take off, and so no one is gonna be in the office tomorrow. Well, except like there's gonna be two people, but they can't do anything.
Oh,
And
so
one
they
of them
getting free
who
money.
and one of them, I don't know why she's there, but she shops a lot. And so I was like, hey, they know what she does, but they keep her and she gets paid more than us. That's on them.
But also I think if uh this year is a difference
Hmm.
because they not doing all those crazy Black Friday sales where people getting stampede trying to get the stores put up 3 TVs and won't mark the price down, and they have 1,000 people showing up for these 3 TVs. It just don't add up. And so this year
Well,
that's
now they're
not
doing a lot
happening.
of online sales.
Yeah, yeah, because they actually have they started Black Friday what, a month
Last
ago?
week.
They started that like a month or two ago. They like, hey, we doing Black Friday sale every day.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
and Walmart was closed today, and they employees don't have to get there. I think until, I may be wrong about the time, but I believe I heard like 6 in the morning or something.
Yeah, see, I was never about that life.
I've done
I'm
it
like, listen.
before,
And my
but
sister did it. I don't understand. Like they'd be out and she's like, girl, you better come out. They giving out, $25 gift cards at, this store here. And then she's like, they ended up giving them a second card. So they ended up like between my niece and my sister, like $100 worth of cards that they used
mm,
towards their Black Friday sales. But I'm just like, listen, I am not waking up at the butt crack of dawn to roam around a store when I can do it. Like they'll mark those things down a few weeks from now. Like I don't need this day to say, oh, this day is gonna be. Listen, I worked in retail. I know how the game is. The
exactly.
same items will be on sale later.
Yeah, because and we probably still gonna have some stories come up tomorrow about people fighting over a TV and stuff like that. And to me, it's not worth it. I have done it, but it been probably about 20 years since I've done it. It's just not worth it to me because what you have to realize, and someone broke it down to me, they said, look, when you come on um, go to these stores to do these shopping, what happened is those TVs they marking down, they just old models they trying to get rid of. And every TV I bought during that time, within 6 months, I end up having to get it repaired. So it's always best to buy the warranty. But at the same time,
See, I've never had a problem with my television. I think I bought one that was on, but again, I did it online.
no.
So listen, I'm a great I'm like the Sandra Bullock in the net. I do everything from home, and now even like say the pandemic's over, there's a cure, da da da. I can't go back. I can't go back to grocery stores. I cannot. I
Was they
cannot
too
get
much
away from
convenience?
curbside, liquor pickup. I can't. I can't go backwards. Like I'm spoiled now. Like I
Well,
like opening up my door and boom, look, my groceries that I didn't have to. Somebody else shopped and went through the chaos of doing it. It's
yep.
amazing. Here's your tip. Thank you. Yeah,
Well, hey, I I have done it in the past, but I haven't done it in years. And people people live for this. Those people that are out there now that is doing it, they out there because they want to be seen. They want to cause problems. They wish a person would uh try to get there before them, and it's unnecessary. So I could just imagine what's going to happen on tomorrow when we see the news of fights happening and
it,
stuff like
it
that.
never fails because people are fighting for people not having their mask.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, like people are stressed out. Limited jobs, limited resources, and now people are going stir crazy.
exactly. um so and a lot of retailers have decided not to open up on Thanksgiving for the simple fact, um They say because they want their employees to spend time with their family, but reality, that's not what it is. They don't anticipate people to have the money to spend. And that's all it is. That's why they've been running all these Black Friday specials for the last 2 months or so. Oh, we're gonna do a Black Friday special start today. And they've been running this special ever since then. So that's what they're gonna do. But y'all have been listening to Speak on It with Who You With Kurt Dog. Um, we've getting ready to tiptoe up out of here.
Oh,
Uh,
question. Who won in that game? Cowboys or the other team?
oh, Dallas got stomped.
Okay, because like when I left, they were behind, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I haven't seen any post on Facebook. So I was like, usually somebody post.
yeah. The Cowboy fans probably went to bed early
Yeah,
tonight.
they like, let me get some more of this turkey, and then I'm just gonna
Mhm.
chill out.
Yeah, they probably in bed like, hey, I'm I'm not gonna. They don't go on Facebook after they lose.
Well,
For the
usually they do because they're like, we'll bleed the blue forever. Like, that's still my team. I haven't seen not one America team. I haven't heard anybody from the opposing team say anything. Like, people are just kind of out.
well, you know,
Like,
depends on what time they start eating. That Idison got them,
yeah, the
and
tryptophan got to them. It's like, oh, turkey coma.
yeah, they probably sleep from that. But it's funny you say that.
We were
It's funny
just
you say that.
texting that to each other. It's like, we were surprised he didn't make an appearance.
Yeah, I told Risky, I said, you know what? Watch as soon as we get ready to go off, watch Eva Donkey show up. He may be on here, but he not saying anything tonight. Cause we
Mm.
still have a lot of people viewing the show, and he may be on here. You know, he got
Well,
upset.
he's got to make a comment or something.
Hey Eva, what's going on, man? Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving to you.
Thanksgiving, Happy
Happy
New
Thanksgiving
Year.
to you. I understand. He kind of got upset because I kept talking
What
about
you do to him?
well, besides not reading the conspiracy stuff,
Oh
he
gosh.
kept trying to. He made
Yeah,
a comment.
WWWQRSTL and la la that
I
thing.
don't know, but he made the story. He said, "What did he tell me? You've been talking about turkey for the last couple of days." Well, you got to realize we have a show coming up on Thanksgiving that is for the people that may be alone
Yeah,
to let them know they're not here by themselves. They can call in and talk to us, and we okay with that. But um, I'm gonna continue to do it. And if you got a problem with me talking about turkeys, you made the choice to come here.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, Kurt Dog hurt his little feelings.
well, I think he's probably watching. He's just not saying anything, and it's probably hurting his feelings.
Or
The
he's probably got like really good pie, and he's like, you know what? He's
wait
in
a
a
minute, what
happier mood.
either that or he drunk that gallon of milk he said he drink every day or every 2 days or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
So
I saw a video on cows being milked to death. I was like, that's why I don't. Yeah, it almost turned me into a vegan.
I
Just that
tr-
whole thing. I was like,
my wife and I we drink almond milk, which is
so do
really
I.
good.
Like, I've never liked cow milk. Like, I used it for cereal, but just very little to get it, you know, not so hard scraping my teeth and gums. Um, I'll dip a cookie in it, but for the most part, I didn't drink milk. I couldn't stand it.
Yeah, almond milk, I love it because now for me, whenever drunk regular milk, especially if I eat cereals with it, it's like I get sleepy. I don't want to do nothing. Then I might spend 2 or 3 hours, feel about 10 pounds lighter later on that day, and
Because you're lactose intolerant, buddy.
I'm like,
Mo-
no.
Most of us are.
But the thing is, with that almond milk, it's actually good. It's
Hmm.
good. Even my wife, she when I first bought it, she was like, I don't know if I want to try it, but she tried it and she was like, this is actually good,
Yeah.
and it lasts much longer than whole milk.
Hmm.
Um, that cow milk, you may have 10 to 14 days of lifespan once you buy it at the store, if you're lucky.
Hmm.
And with the almond milk, you have a couple of months to drink it. So I bought some about a month and a half ago, and it come in a 2-part container, and I just opened up the second container this morning when I was doing the I was finna say buttermilk pies.
Hmm.
I almost did some, and I couldn't do it. I didn't want to do all the sugar, but for the sweet potato pies, I actually use almond milk, which it was good. It still have a great flavor. The pies still taste great, um, but they're not as sweet as they normally would be. So they actually taste good. And because the first time I tried a piece of pie this morning, I, I ate a piece. I said, "Damn, that's good." So I had to grab another piece just to make sure I was tasting it right. And I was like, "All right." So my wife came in, and I said, "Yeah, I had a piece of pie." She said, "You did?" I said, "Yeah." She asked me how was it. I said I had to get another piece just to verify. And she was like, "So how was it?" I said it was pretty good. So she decided to try it out. And I gave somebody a couple of slices. Met someone at the service station, gave them a couple of slices and a plate, and we ate that first pie, but it was good. It was good. So I like it. That's all that matter. Don't have all the sugar in it. I put the right amount, but I think that milk actually made a difference in the flavor. So, but hey,
Hmm.
um, so Miss Risky, you know what? You mentioned a story earlier. We could talk about it. We'll talk about that on the way out the door. Give somebody laughter about the New York story.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So apparently, New York. See, this is why Cuomo keeps shutting them down because they can't act right.
Yeah.
Um, trying to figure out which part, but in New York, some people were shut down for a sex club. And they had beds at this place. It was like 80 people trying to get their freak on, and it's like the most disgusting thing ever. Like if you see the pictures of the just the conditions, like they have I guess wastebaskets by the beds, and I'm not sure what's on the bed, but they're just lined up, and there's the wastebasket below. Um, but yeah, um, they had like in all these rooms. And I think they said, yeah, the sheriff just shut them down, but it was like 80 swingers. Like they couldn't contain themselves, and they just had to have a little get together on a Sunday, no less. So
Mm.
they prayed in the morning, and then the next they were up, and they're like, "Let's get our freak on." And I think they called and it was like 80 attendants maskless, and they called it Caligula.
Mm.
So you know what happened there if you know your history. It has just the freakazoid and everything, blood, sex, and rock and roll. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, the attendees were charged with multiple misdemeanors for breaking COVID regulations and selling alcohol without liquor license. And this comes after New York City schools were closed indefinitely due to the COVID rates that are on the rise. So it's just ridiculous. I'm like, man, people went stir crazy and they were just like, let's just have a sex party. Ah, I need to hug somebody.
Yeah. That's not good.
Yeah.
For some reason, my string just completely cut out. I don't know what's going on. I can't see nothing.
Well, your face isn't moving on the screen either.
Yeah, I think yours
I can
wasn't.
hear you.
I see yours wasn't, but for some reason, I guess I was Googling it and I was looking at something.
You're trying to
Uh,
look up Caligula. He ain't fooling nobody.
um, so basically, what happened for some odd reason, my computer is really tripping. I guess I need to. Uh, I don't know what's going on. It seemed like it's trying to operate, but I don't know.
But you're moving, looks like,
Yeah, I'm
from the
looking at it
thing
on
on,
my phone,
yeah.
and look like it's oh, we both froze on the phone. So I don't know
I don't
what's
know.
going on. Okay, I see your mouth moving, but I'm just looking like
Yeah, because
I'm
you're frozen on my side, like I'm moving.
yeah, I have no
Yeah. You
idea
just
what's going
listen, it's time to cut it out.
on. Well, as long as yeah, my computer don't come back up, uh it's gonna be hard to cut it out because
Oh,
we're still gonna be live.
uh-oh.
Uh,
Oh, you have no control of anything?
I don't have control of nothing.
All right, so
Uh,
this is what we probably have to do. Just cut it out, do our, endings, and then you're just gonna have to totally reboot your computer
yeah,
and
don't
cut
want to
the
be
feed.
the guy on
Oh
the
no, this is us.
no on the Zoom call. Be like, wait a minute, cut that out. Better make sure all cameras goes off. Well, Miss Risky, tell them where they can find you at. Where
I can be found everywhere at RSKEE online. Instagram is my stomping ground. I do have Twitter, Facebook, rskeebooks.com. You can see my works that are out there. Other than that, that's about it. And if you're curious, I do have a what is it, WordPress, and you can check out some of my past writings uh, and blogs.
okay, well, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and be looking out for the weekend. We are still doing merchandise. I will be adding more to it over the weekend, and gonna be giving discounts on them. So definitely stay tuned with that. If you following me on Facebook or Instagram, definitely because it's been a busy week for me. I'm behind schedule, but it'll be worth it. I will put some new products up starting in the morning and try to get them all set up by tomorrow afternoon for you can actually support the show, buy some merchandise, and let's roll with it. So, other than that, we appreciate y'all for spending your Thanksgiving night with us. Um, and spending every night. You can find the show live Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. You can actually live chat with us. You can call in if you want to talk about the subject that we're talking about. That's great. If you don't, or if you want to sit back and just listen, that's cool too. We prefer you to chat with us for we can know who you are and we can give shout outs to you. Like, for instance, Sandra Trimble Jeffrey, Sharon Trimble Bird, Carolyn Callahan, as always, Radio Chaos, Eva Donkey, even you. I know you probably listening because you can't stay away, which is cool. Um, Anyone else that I did not mention, Big Bad Abel out of Kansas City. If I did not mention you, charge it to the heart. It's nothing personal. I just cannot see my stream right now. So, other than that, T-Cal. Can't forget about T-Cal. Other than that, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Um, until Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central. We will see you then. Until then, peace.